Or did you guys not head downstairs to see him? Was that the thing you're saying?
Well, we were gonna go. I think we were gonna go and just try and wake him up. But if the captain's doing his thing,
no. The chanting was Grigori. You guys go down like the captain's just.
He's trying to say that I'm still halfway through my ritual when you come down to find me.
That's the whole thing. It's like you guys are in the cave, and you start hearing the chanting from the cemetery knight. The captain is still helping people set up and do everything. You occasionally hear, "God damn it, Mark! It's Mark. That's what I said."
Mac.
Did he figure out how to get those pipes into each other?
If Mark did, then that means he's gonna be a dangerous man.
He's the only guy dumb enough to accidentally break physics and succeed.
Well, he did light a torch underwater.
True. Yeah, let's go get what's his face up. Well, of course he's already up, but
see if he's almost done.
You walk towards the house, or you remember seeing him when you're on your way to your wife's grave, and as you get close, you hear the chanting from the house next to it. You see the uncle who's dressed kind of like Grigori was, awkwardly. Still probably has his oh crap, what's it called? The thing that people put on for baking.
Apron.
Yeah. His apron on from making breakfast for both of them, and for the various spirits they're going to be talking to.
So the weird dressing
is
a family thing.
Yeah. Well, we just don't give a damn what we look like, so
Yeah.
It's practicality.
We know where he gets it.
Function over form.
He looks over. You must. I lost his accent again. In weird accent, he says, "Oh, you must be Grigori's friends."
Yeah.
He says it in italics.
Yes, because they can't keep the weird accent. I haven't done a weird accent. You barely even talked in your weird accent today.
That's because I haven't had anything to say in character today.
Yes.
I've just been talking out of character from the peanut gallery.
Peanut gallerying the whole thing, yeah.
But
I don't need an accent for that.
He's in there saying, we're doing this. We're doing a ritual. It's a little bit of a complicated thing. I don't know if you've seen this before.
We have.
Oh.
Yeah, we did this a couple days ago.
Well, there's tea and cookies inside the house if you want to wait down here for him.
Well, would it be all right if we just kind of stood there and watched him and gave him awkward looks?
I mean,
neither tea and neither cookies.
I mean, yeah. If he can't, do it while you guys are just staring awkwardly at him, then he doesn't deserve to try and be able to do this.
Good sir, my thoughts exactly. This is we considered a way to help him improve his own skills when he has his friends testing him.
You must learn how to concentrate.
Exactly.
There is no try.
You know it, Yoda. So we're going to go down there, and Wyland is going to immediately start juggling, and then while he's juggling, he's going to be doing like one of the Monty Python Minister of Silly Walks kind of steps around this circle in an effort to try and break Kaja or Grigori's concentration.
See, I also
has no idea the forces he's messing with. If he only knew what would happen if this ritual catastrophically fails, he would never have done that.
While doing the Harlem Globetrotters whistle as you're doing that too.
It's right. Yeah.
So this is the point where I had a karma die to the ritual.
So you're succumbed into it enough, and he's kind of not able to get into the room properly to do it. So he's just doing it past the door constantly,
going back and forth in front of the windows.
Yeah.
I'll step backwards with really big steps too.
The biggest risk here is whether or not Grigori goofs up the ritual with how hard he's rolling his eyes right now.
And then one time for sure, when I go through once I've established the pattern of that I'm juggling, I'll walk through one time and I'll just be like holding the balls up in the air like this, making it look like I'm throwing them or juggling them, to break that pattern.
See, the issue comes in that you came into it halfway, and he still got an hour and a half to do this. So you kind of
You're gonna
load
get
early.
tired before I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, and if 15 minutes. Okay, after about 15 minutes, I will. Wyland will stop like halfway through the doorway, and then I'll let all the balls just like fall down. Kind of put his hands on his hips, check his sundial, pick his stuff up, and then
Check
Kaja,
his
let's get
sundial,
help.
then realize he's in a cave.
Yeah, and then
Juggle the
check his
balls
sundial,
into his underwear of holding.
tap his wrist. Yeah, and then he'll pick up each one.
Where else are you gonna keep
and-
your balls?
And then he'll kind of like open up his pants like this, They'll all go in there, and then he'll storm off with Kaja.
I figured you storm off back to the wall just to awkwardly stare at him again, just bastard.
The poor spurned entertainer that's not getting any attention.
That's right. Look at me.
Pat his shoulder. I thought it was funny.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me.
He immediately brightens up again.
Okay, let's go see what's going on outside.
Yeah.
Well, as you start leaving, you hear the uncle just having a discussion. Yes, I know he was supposed to be entertaining and that you have tricks for him. I can't tell him the trick that he's supposed to be doing. I don't know how to juggle with my feet, you freak. Just into the...
Oh,
There you
good.
go. There you go, Wiley.
that's
You
hered-
need to let the spirit temporarily possess you and teach you some new tricks.
Oh, good. That's hereditary too.
Who was it who was saying this?
It was the uncle to thin air to you guys, but to a
Nice.
ghost.
Nice.
There's a dead troubadour
that's-
here somewhere. Yeah.
Yes, this explains much. All right. Indeed.
Can you tell Gregory will be like out near where the captain is when he's done?
Yes. No, that sword is not too big for him. He obviously can carry it around. He's fine with it. Gee, what the?
Well, these troubadours don't understand how to use swords properly.
I know he's talking about Kaja now.
Yeah, but it was
Somebody
obviously it was the troubadour ghost that complained about it because they
No,
don't
it was-
understand swords.
It was the other ghost.
No,
'cause
it was
there's
that
plenty.
one. I'm making
Yeah.
fun of Wyland, goddammit.
I'm just offended. No, God, they're all
Don't step on
all
my
these-
joke.
All my friends are offensive and racist.
I know, right? Even the imaginary ones.
Actually,
but
as
we're
you start
your offensive and racist friends.
saying right as you get to the edge of where you can hear him. No, he doesn't need to wield the weapons of your people, okay? Just because he's one of you, it doesn't matter.
Wield the weapons of my people.
You can't wield the weapons of somebody else's people. That's appropriation.
But yes, okay. So you guys, you see Mock out there, and he thinks he did it, but he obviously just took some like sap and made it look like it's stuck together.
No,
Mark,
it's supposed to
that
go
looks-
through, not to stick to the side of it. Come on.
But
Mark, come on, Mark.
yeah, you guys have pretty much the time to kill. So it's you do that. You go around, you check out some places. You're essentially looking at the town that is now here versus what was.
Watch the cannon training for a while.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not even training yet. It's mostly signing people up because they're still building the damn things or setting it up. But yes, Grigori, you finish your circle and ritual. Do you need to roll for it, right?
Technically. Let me
You
just
can
double
do
check. I
it.
think it's there's 3 threads involved.
Is the sun down by the time you're done?
No, it's 3 hours. It's gonna be like noon or something.
Yeah,
when I'm-
it's like right about the time where you're starting to get hungry for like noon lunch.
No, I just mean if you fail, like
Oh, I'm not gonna keep at it if I fail necessarily, but I'm gonna use karma on every single one of these rolls, just so I don't have to do multiple rituals again and again. Okay,
This
um,
noise, essentially.
thread weaving. 1, good.
Oh.
2, 3. Yeah. And then spell casting.
Yay.
Yeah, we're all good.
Very nice.
I love how the karma died just on that 17. Nope, you're good enough. I don't need to be here.
Yep. It's like you got this one handled. I'm busy.
Screw you guys.
I'm going home.
Whereas the very first comment, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's the lowest of the thread weaving rolls. You're gonna need a little help.
Oh god. All right.
Okay, so I got another little bone spirit set up now.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm probably quite hungry and thirsty after all that ritualing.
You definitely got to pee, that's for sure.
So you and your uncle push the stone in front of the entrance, so it can't get out.
Or a little more to the point, nobody else can blunder into it too easily.
Yeah. He turns to you and just goes, your friends, they're up top. They near Captain, I believe they said.
Ah, I see. Yeah, we'll be finding them.
Okay. I'm gonna go finish my cookies. Just
I'll grab a couple cookies to munch on the way outside.
realize that he's really into tea, so there's a tea leaf cookie stuff with all that crap in there.
I'll take the last mug's worth of tea with me as well.
At some point, it's just going to become lambus bread.
You mean elf bread?
This is just a leaf wrapped with no. It's just bread wrapped in a leaf, like tea leaves.
That's how you make it elven.
Yeah.
Everything becomes elven if you wrap a leaf around it.
Yep.
You see this gun? It's an elven gun. It's just
Yeah.
it's an elven tank. It's just covered in vines.
The vines are holding it together after battle damage. It's a self-healing tank.
It's an elfish warhead. It's nuclear and it's covered in vines. It's elf. It's fine. It's got a
think we
wood
just-
structure.
I think we just made a concept for a new video game.
Everything for dwarves is just covered in like rocks and dust.
Or just made of stone. Whatever this is. This is my M16 made of stone.
It's tiny
So-
rocks at you.
So
Yes.
heavy.
So yeah, you emerge out into the noon sun, so it's kind of bright from where you were. What were you two doing for the last hour and 15 or so minutes after you got tired of juggling in front of him?
I probably would take this time to do my karma ritual in conjunction with just kind of a performance for those who are either taking breaks or whatever. But Wyland is as Wyland does, and he's definitely going to do some entertaining, and then he's probably just going to just kind of take a little bit better look around Aramore to see kind of how they've got it laid out,
Okay.
But-
or the outdoor parts of New Aramore.
Yeah, basically the new neighborhood. But just to see, how they're been developing the town since.
All right. Did you need a roll for that, or just?
Karma ritual? No, sir.
Oh, okay.
If I do straight up entertainer, then yes. But which we certainly can do if you want. That's fine.
No, it's you just.
Swindle some pirates out of their money.
You're gonna do that?
No, you just entertain them. They'll throw money at you.
That's not swindling. That's busking.
Busking, swindling.
Completely different things.
I could use some. I could use some silver. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, this lambus bread doesn't pay for itself.
That's right.
Somebody's gonna buy those leaves. They're expensive.
Jesus.
Boom.
Oh damn.
Yeah. You play well enough
Give me the
that
cash.
none of them really throw money at you because they're all fucking broke, hence why they're out here. But
You are buried in lambus bread right now.
actually, some of the pirates start dancing, some of the townsfolk start dancing. They all just seem to be merry enough to be going around with it.
Nice.
In fact, Iskra actually grabs Kaja and forces him to dance.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
He does so happily enough.
Uh,
At least it's not one of the other siblings doing it, right?
Yeah.
a couple of actual other people from town start joining you up there playing.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah, you got a Obsidian man who's on like, oh crap! I'm trying to look up instruments in this goddamn place.
He's on a
He's,
viola.
The little mouth organ Jew harp things, whatever those are.
I assume you meant to say juice harp, but you actually said Jew harp.
Oh, is there an S in there? Honest to God, I thought it was just called a Jew harp.
No, juice, as in the thing you
No.
drink that comes from fruit.
No, it's Jew's harp.
Yeah, it's Jew's
Jews.
harp. JEW
Oh, it is?
apostrophe
Yeah.
S. Yeah, the little.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
At least that makes more sense.
Also known as
In
the
a way,
jaw
its own
harp
way.
or the mouth harp.
Yeah.
I've heard it as a mouth harp more than anything.
Yes, I'm purposely not trying to be offensive here. This is
I always wondered what
Ozark
this musical
harp.
instrument had to do with fruity drinks. So
Ozark
that was very
harp
confusing.
or juice harp.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's one of the words in there.
That's the way I ever heard it.
What the fuck is with this naming of this thing? And for people that are confused by what the hell this is supposed to be, let me get a picture.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking
Where's-
something hilarious with somebody as big as an Obsidian man playing an instrument as tiny as
it's this
that.
thing.
don't-
Folks.
I think it would have to be sized for him. I don't think it would work otherwise.
Yeah, it's still ridiculous looking for someone his height. You got a dwarf coming out with an accordion,
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
and to scrang with like a small harp playing on.
Weird Al Stonebreaker.
Nice.
So yeah, they start playing along with you, and the town seems to enjoyment and everything. You finish that up, and you start wandering around town. Everyone just kind of like is happy with each other. They do the whole and clap you off. The rest of the band stays up there when you leave to go wandering. The pirates go back to building stuff. You notice the town is somewhat divided, but not in a way that is like, forced. It's more of a natural way the town people moved around. The Tiskrang tend to be near the water and the swamp area to stay, where they're comfortable. The dwarves, you notice, actually kind of built into other small caves that they found out there, that you'll notice like houses going into the mountains on the side there, but never really fully like emerge. It's not like just a front, it's an actual house that looks like it connects to the back. The elves, you people have taken to near the front for just a nice wooden structure, is very articulate. The humans, they're similar, but they're more basic than the elf house. It's not as ornate, because every time there's an elf race, always supposed to be overly ornate.
Of course.
Yes, thank you, Tolkien.
That's how you know it's the elven house, because there's leaves wrapped around the house.
He's got a
God damn
point.
it. I take my headset off for 2 seconds to try to hear if it's raining, and I missed something.
That's
God
what-
damn
Well,
it!
guys, tell me I'm wrong.
That's the way you know it's an
No,
elven
no, no,
house.
you-
Its leaves are wrapped around it.
Because everything's overly ornate, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
And the Obsidian men, they seem to just stayed in the cave, the people from there. Am I missing any race? Oh, right. The smaller races.
The
Windlings.
best races.
Yeah. I
Actually,
apologize.
some
to
of my
anyone
favorite
who-
races in this game are actually the polar opposite races on the ends of the spectrums. The Windlings and the Obsidian Men. They're great.
The orcs also. Orcs and trolls, they kind of merge similar. They're towards near where the Tiskrang are. Their house looks a bit similar to the humans, except less like a house, more like a small fortress. Each one of them squarish, defensible, kind of put up together in just a way of like, it's house, we're done.
It's house and we're done.
And the Windlings, you You don't really see where they are from where you can stand, but if you want to do a perception check,
I could do that.
right? And Kaja, if you're traveling with them, you can too. Or if you're good, what are you doing? Or did you stop to talk with your with the waifu there?
I'll stay with the waifu.
Okay.
No, he'll be with his wife's sister.
Listen, it's not blood, so it's not weird.
God.
I mean, he's got a point.
That's how lizards
Honestly.
work.
All right, so you don't really.
Well, she could be blood. You just don't actually know.
You don't really see where
Roll
they
those
are,
dice.
but you kind of notice those few windlings you saw in the crowd kind of went off and buzzed near where the elven houses are, but you're not able to find the tiny structures, smaller structures, since they're not this
Fair.
big. So, small as fuck. Apparently,
They're hidden behind the leaves on top of the elven house.
pretty much. I was gonna say, like, there's plenty of trees around where the elven houses are, so they're kind of in that area.
Well, they do tend to have treetop villages. Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice.
And I just went through the list of name givers, so fuck off if anyone says I missed somebody.
If you could look down from the sky, all the elf houses look like this.
Well, I find the easy way to remember is that there's 8 of them. Four of them are like your super typical fantasy races: humans, elves, dwarves. You know.
Yeah.
Then the other 4 are like the weirder, more exotic ones.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
So yeah,
The lizards, the rocks, the fairies.
you can kind of see where the line for each one tends to be, but they're also intermingled in a way. So you can tell they're still a community. They just kind of one started building their house in a certain area, and others went there, and it's like, hey, yeah, there's some houses that may house multiples because they decided to divide the labor instead of we're going to do all this work or you're going to do all this work type thing.
Sure. They kind of just basically they unintentionally segregated themselves by their species.
Yeah, it's more of just
Or
you know,
intentionally.
comfort.
Yeah.
It's more of a comfort of like what they wanted to build.
It's
'Cause-
kind of a cultural thing because they tend to have different styles of living.
Yes.
The orcs and trolls aren't too segregated from the humans because of the basic structure of it. It's just you can tell which ones are theirs versus which ones are the humans.
If there's a small river or stream nearby, that's probably where the Skrangs set up.
Yeah, they've set up theirs
They
a
like
little
to be
bit
on
further.
the water side as much as possible.
Yep. But okay. So you
Okay,
notice-
and
they're
eventually
probably still in the cave.
I'll eventually make my way back around towards where Kaja and company are.
all right. Well, he's off wandering. Kaja, Iskra brings you some basic food. It's like a little whatever Skrang eat. Can't think. Fish. It's a fish sandwich
Fish.
essentially.
A lot of fish, yeah.
Fish tacos.
Oh, they wish they had fish.
Yeah,
tacos.
but then what does he have for lunch after that though?
Hey, God.
Heyo.
And we're done. Thank you. We
And
made it
it's
like
over.
16 sessions, guys. Way to go.
That's
we
the
had a good
joke
run.
that killed it. That's the joke that killed it.
But no,
Oh,
Great.
come on, we can do much worse than that.
Yeah, look at the Conan series.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
told Dakota about that one
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I saw. Anyways, so she brings you
Ooh, boy.
some like fish meal, and is sitting there talking, just like into Frank to you. So, how did you meet the captain?
You see that thing over there?
First,
and
give me hot mug of justice. That's how.
I point at the I point at one of the ships that are around.
Do you point at the big Parax 2, or do you point at the original Parax?
The original one.
Okay, the original one is noticeable. It looks a little bit different than the others. More beat up, mostly.
That didn't used to fly for a while. And I'm just going to pull out the map and just be like, you see this river here?
The one you
You see-
scribbled Death River on?
Yeah, let's say there's an adventure, and I don't ever want to be on a boat again.
There's some XP we earned in this region.
Why is there
For
a
not
sad
dying.
face near Bartertown here?
I ignore that. That's something Waylon did.
Yeah,
Him
it's
and
just
Gregory. did
Waylon
this,
and Gregory keep getting into trouble.
Notice it's not me anymore that's screwing it up, folks.
I've done it since day one, at least, and I'm never changing. One, I
you're
do on
purposely
purpose.
getting it wrong. Sure, right. We'll believe you.
No, one of them is on purpose. I forget which one it is for Waylon. Wyland.
Wyland.
Sorry.
The
I've been called
stupid
worse.
thing of Wyland.
Wow.
Wyland. Sticking with me.
Good-
helping
good.
with-
Good find on the Leaf House picture, by the way.
Yeah.
It does look actually very elven.
But so she just looks at it, looks at you, and it's like, it was a boat through a windy river, and he was the one in charge of it.
There were a lot less people
You're
involved.
doing a bad job of making the town feel better about this guy.
Hey, he got that boat down there. I'll point at the map all the way down here, and then all the way here to get fixed with just 2 crew members. So, the guy is something special.
Just
Yeah.
two crew
special.
members.
Yeah, I was a little surprised as well.
Which were the crew members?
Ah,
You can see Steadin and Nokar, the orc control that
I'll point them out. It's like those 2.
the orc Steadin, he looks over at you and waves as you point.
Just like wave back. It's like, hello.
She just kind of has that look of, and we're letting them set up explosives here?
We're letting him yell at people, and the other 2 help set up the explosives here.
So, because of a ride down a river, you trusted your life to him.
There's a lot more, and I have.
Come on, Wyland, correct him.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
We did some work for him, and
She kind of gives you a
Basically-
look of like, I'm sorry, what? When you say that.
we helped him stop some bad people.
Stop letting the warrior be the talky one.
We stopped bad people, and that's how
And
we.
it's about this time that
I like how he glosses
Why-
over the important part of the story.
Wyland pops up and you hear
What,
them
the
talking and
monkey?
just scraying.
No.
I glossed over the monkey. That's the important.
No. Glossed over does not mean skip over. Glossed over means you brought it up but went through it really fast.
I was trying to explain.
But yeah, about the
try
time,
harder.
time you're sitting there, we stopped some bad people and you're doing all these gestures. You know, the universe sign of, I can't explain it without sounding. And Wyland and Grigori are both popping up around this time and can easily see this discomfort.
You seem unusually stuck. Normally you're quite glib, Kajo. What's the problem?
I'm
Yes.
trying to explain why the captain is trustworthy.
You are meaning because he is helping stop slaving operations. He's good
exactly.
man.
Yes, he fights slavers. This is
Yes.
why he's trustworthy. We've seen that in action. His methods are extremely unorthodox, and he himself, if you called him eccentric, you would be doing a disservice to the word eccentric.
Yeah,
Eccentric.
Orthodox is overrated.
Yeah. So, but he gets results, and
He gets results and he hurts the people who want to hurt others. So
exactly, and he's earned trust. We were very skeptical, but he has definitely earned trust.